to this. Let's get into the game, boys. Woo! I'm so excited. All right. We got GGG versus VS. So that is, for those who are wondering, VSauce over here on the red team and Glory of Gods on the blue team. Ooh, baby. It's about to go down. This is game number 1 of 2 total games that are going to be going on today. There's going to be best of 3 for both of them. And, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Chat, you guys are going to be 20 seconds behind, just FYI. So if you were curious why I can't interact with you as well as I possibly can, that is why. Other than that, let's get going. We got the Superman ban coming off on the blue team, which is a pretty standard ban coming out. And then we got Lindis over on the red team. I would have to say Lindis, obvious ban. I would be surprised if we get to see her at all, but she is not going to be played very often. Superman is a interesting ban. Still very top tier hero, but he did get the nerf pretty recently. So I don't know if he should be banned right away, especially if you're picked first. You always want to leave those those special heroes open so that you might get a chance to play them. We got the Omen ban coming out, and now it looks like the Flash ban. Rourke as well. Rourke, such a devastating hero, especially during the mid games, and can just absolutely shred enemy heroes. So red team working on their last ban. There's quite a few open, and there we go with the Roxy, looking good. Everyone in chat, welcome, by the way, everyone that's there. Chaos, thanks for the shout out. Appreciate you. Crepe, yes, I'm spectating. Is this the tournament? Yes, it is, buddy. No Fire and Ice. Poggers, yep, very true. Where's TJ? TJ wasn't able to make it, but we're going to try to get him later. Procaster, I agree, Wolf. Or Warwick, yes. / ban Arum. Ooh, Curtis, you are not incorrect there. Arum is still on the table.
Red team's turn to pick.
So we got Violet coming out. That's a very strong pick. Violet is super strong at this point in the game, with her buffs that she just got to her ult and her number 2. A little bit of a nerf on her 1, but she is still just a absolute glass cannon when it comes to the damage. We got an interesting pick here with the Talanis already locked in, and the Tara. Talanis right now is actually on the lower tier as far as marksmen are considered currently, and that's a pretty bold pick, I gotta say. Pretty bold. She doesn't really have an escape. She does have that stun, and that could be what they're trying to go for here. So if you guys have any questions on the schedule of the Premier League, that is the website. Make sure to go and check it out. It is in chat. We have Preta, a Preta pick. I haven't seen Preta played in quite some time, especially in tournaments, for probably 2 patches now. Ryoma looks like it's going to be the chosen one, but quickly switching. Looks like they're a little indecisive, and they're trying to figure it out right now. Why do people keep banning Rourke? Rourke is still strong. He is still a very strong hero. He just doesn't have that tower pushing capability. He can still absolutely devastate a hero, especially tanks and whatnot. Especially marksmen and mages if he gets close to him. But he can absolutely shred someone for sure. So it's not a unacceptable ban. I can totally see it. So we got Xanis coming out. Xanis, I gotta say, on the lower tier as far as heroes are considered, and people just absolutely love him. And it looks like he's gonna be the jungle for this red team, which already they have 3 melee champions. They're looking to get a mid hopefully here soon, but it looks like they are gonna wait on that. Irie getting picked up. Arum, just a quick lock in, and look at that. And then the Scud, such a beast at being able to push down towers. But there we go. So we got some actually, like, just absolutely great picks here. And it looks like maybe switching to the Malik. Malik, I would have to say, pretty good against the Tara. And I think that's maybe what they're looking for. Is the Scud is looking to try to figure out if they're going to be going against Tara or Irie. And are we serious right now? They have no mid champion? No way. They got to be trolling us with the Arthur pick. They have to know, hey, by the way, we don't have a mid. We have 4 melee heroes. We might need to do something else. This has got to be something. Got to be something else that's going on here. And it looks like we see a little switching, so this could be the person that's actually going to play with it. Looks like they're going with the Flash, and last minute picking the Crixie. And Crixie, solid pick. You can't go wrong with her. She's super strong right now. And then immediately switching to the Alistar, which I got to say, he's on the lower end right now. I want to see the high gameplay. I want to see him used in all his capabilities, and I think this is where we're going to see it. So hopefully I can be proven wrong and get to see him. So very cool. We got and no switching on either side. They chose whatever position they were in, no switching, no nothing. So I got to give it to them. They just were, I don't know if that was on purpose or what. So they did switch while we were in the lobby that you guys didn't see. So this could have been their plan the entire time. Oh, there it is. A little bit of switch. And it looks like they're just doing it to troll now. Who we rooting for this game?
10 seconds remaining.
Yay for GG, nay for VS. There you go. What is this? Again, this is the Premier Valor League. If you want some more information, there's the website. Go check it out. And we are on our way to game number 1. Remember, this is best of 3, so this will be the first game to decide who is going to be taking the early lead. And then let's get on it. So already we got Violet with the Punish going to be in that jungle against the Xanis. And I don't know much about any of these players, unfortunately. I haven't got to see many of them play. So I'm curious to see what kind of who's going to come out on top. The Talanis is got to be the strangest pick out of all of this. Pretty sure that, I mean, we got to see some pretty crazy Talanis in order to really get away from all of these people. The Scud, the Preda, Astrid. I mean, they have such a great team to really shut her down, but we will wait and see. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Everyone else, Devin, welcome. Traffic Cone, GB, Warwick, Lord, what's up? Virginie, everyone.
Welcome to Arena.
Thank you guys for coming by. Blue team paused the game. It looks like we might have a DC or a crash, so we're just kind of waiting on that. Not a seasoned Irie. That's actually a really important thing to have looked. I actually just skipped over that, and I didn't even notice that. So less than 5 games with Irie. So hopefully that this is maybe a second account, and they have on another account someone that they've played quite a bit with, the Irie. So we'll have to wait and see. So we're waiting for this blue team and seeing what's going on here. No real chat or confirmations. I don't see anything in the DMs on what is going on here. All right, and it looks like we are resuming. So hopefully we'll see something, some kind of chat or anything letting us know what's been going on. And I don't see, oh, it looks like the Astrid maybe DC'd there, but it looks like she's back and ready to go. Everyone's out and moving. We are in the jungles. Let's get going. All right, it looks like blue team already huddling around the blue buff. And Xanis, look at him just waiting there with that bush exposed like that. So if any team would have ran in here, they would have got seen about this area. But man, that's pretty dangerous if you didn't get there too soon. So it looks like Xanis gonna be able to pick up his blue buff with little to no problem, and Violet is on her way. Solana's rotating back on bottom now that they kind of figure out where the blue team is. Irie doing a little bit of damage to the Astrid, but nothing too major to start off. They're picking up the Owl. And it looks like Arm's going to be roaming the map pretty frequently, if I'm not mistaken. Or she could be sitting down on bottom. We'll have to see. Ivory trying to do as much damage as she can to that Astrid, but Astrid with that shield is just too good. We're going to sit and watch this bottom lane until we see some more action in some of the other lanes. Looks like Arum coming out with the Tiger skill, which is just so satisfying to see. It's awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That is one of the most satisfying skills. And Xanis actually dropping pretty low. We got Tara coming in. Scud actually chooses to disengage here, which might have been a kind of misplay. If you would have known maybe where this mid was. Arham actually did a very good initiate. Oh, and Violet coming in with the ult, picking up the kill. We got Tolanis coming in, doing some damage onto that Arm, actually using the flicker there, which she really thought that her team was going to go in, but just really backed off at the last second. Preda dropping the skill, trying to get some damage onto the Tolanis, but just was just missed. They were able to pick up the blue. Blue was able to pick up the dragon, so they are looking mighty fine at this point. They take the early lead as far as money, but they are sitting very low at this point. And here we go, Xanis trying to desperately get down this Scud. Irie coming in. Oh, and Xanis gets flicked over into the middle of everyone. Aram coming in, dropping the ult. That is 2 heroes down. Red team is now 3 kills behind. Tara, luckily, up top, trying hard to push as much as possible while the blue team is distracted and killing her team. So, looks like Scud's reacting to this and coming back up top. Doesn't want any part of that. This Preta's doing a very good job. Very, very good job of being able to land those skills. In the meantime, Astrid picking up a free tower on bottom. Oh, and look at this. We got Aram jumping onto Tolanis. Tolanis running for her life, but running straight into Scud. Scud dropping the ult, and bam! Tolanis is down. We got Irie coming in, trying to do some damage onto Scud, but is going to have to back out. He is just too tanky for that. Looks like Violet coming up and could potentially drop a great gank onto this, but is just putting out some damage. Aram, oh, with the ult onto Tara, and she is going to go down. And look at this, a little overextension by Irie, and that is all it takes, and gets completely dunked by the Scud. In the meantime, we got Astrid taking this tower down by half, and now getting chased down by the Xanis and the Tolanis, and this could be their first kill. And Astrid putting up a heck of a fight here, but that is going to be the end. So the first blood for the red team has been drawn for that Astrid. Looks like Aram coming up top to was going to come to support their her teammate, but now looks like she could pick up this Xanis kill, and sure enough, if she had her ult, she would have been able to. And ults Tolanis, and the damage from Preda coming in, and that is going to be a pickup on the Tolanis. We got Irie coming in, and she wants no part of this and is running away. The Astrid split push is just too strong at this point. So Irie getting caught out by Aram, but has nowhere to go and is just wiped off the map. A 3-man gank onto that Irie. This blue team is in full control of this game currently, and they are just not backing down. If we look up top, we got Scud actually pretty low to this Tara, and in the meantime, we got Xanis. They've fell to that Aram, so the 3-man on bottom was actually able to pick up that Xanis. Looks like Tolanis and Astrid are in a little bit of a fight over this red buff, and Astrid's just figures, I'm going to back off here. Looks like Tolanis, Tara all onto this Astrid. Astrid using the ult to get, trying to get away. She is now very vulnerable without it. Tries to jump back in onto Tolanis and is so close on taking the Tara out, actually. So good. Xanis has been absolutely struggling this game, and if we get to take a look at the scores, we have 11 kills, and oh, in the middle! Wow, a lot of heroes just died. So, Aram was able to ult Alistar, and then Alistar was taken down, and then Wow. Yeah. Astrid was actually down in the meantime, I believe. So. Oh no, Talanis died. Astrid, Alistar, and Talanis both died in mid. Sorry, apologize. Just getting caught up on that action that we missed there. And look at this damage from this Violet. Violet could easily take out this Irie if she wanted to, but chooses to play it safe. Looks like they might be rotating up to top. This Tara is getting a little cocky. She does not have the farthest out tower, so she's very vulnerable to ganks, but she just used her ult. She now has no way to get any mana or to life back, and she is quickly gonna go down and runs right into Prada's, jumps right into Prada's skill, and is just wrecked after that point. Prada doing his best to try to do some damage onto that Irie, but man, that Tara just jumped right into that skill. Such a great play. Looks like Aram trying to do as much damage as possible to the Xanis, but just wasn't able to get the backup that she needed. Violet is gonna be able to take out that Talanis, and this is a 15-2 game. It is looking bad at this point. And look at the Xanis. Xanis completely out of position, trying to run away, and is going to get spotted by the creeps, and he is just dead to rights. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive this. He turns around, and Violet right there to finish off that kill.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
So, red team bottom tower taken out. And if we back up and look at the map a little bit more, sure enough, they're taking out the dragon. This is now the third dragon that they're going to be picking up. And if we look back on top, look at this. Tara and Scud have just battling it out up on top, but Scud has been winning these matches. Not by much, but with the ganks of his team have really helped him out. And in the middle, we actually got some a gank happening. Looks like Aram was actually taken out, which is, looks like she probably jumped in and actually ulted. Ooh, Violet with a big overextension gets hit by that tower and is now possibly going to go down here. And sure enough, Tara and Irie coming in. Irie hesitating and letting Tara go in by herself. Big misplay there. And Tara is just taken out. The entire red team decided that they didn't want anything to do with that and just quickly make just quick work of that Tara. Astrid picking up the Sentinel. Very good. That will give the team 30 gold each and her the buff of healing, which is great to get around the map and to get to top off your life. Scud possibly could jump right into Irie. Irie in the wrong place at the wrong time is quickly around 4 heroes right now. Scud doing quick work onto that. Irie jumping in, trying to pop some stuff, pop his ult, but just completely gets destroyed. Tara gets taken out by the big boy swing from the Astrid. And then we got Preta doing work with that skill, trying their best. And, oh, Violet may possibly go down here to that Xanis, but Xanis was able to do some work, but not enough to kill the Violet. Violet very low at this point and is going to go down to the tower. And a big misplay by that Violet. Did not understand what towers were taken out and is gone.
Executed.
So right now, let's just do a recap. It is a 10K gold difference right now. It is a huge 6 towers to 0. 3 dragons to 0. It is just easily the blue team's game. But with the catch-up mechanics in this game, just 1-2 kills could really swing the gold difference into the red team's favor. And look at this, Xanis actually jumping onto Preta. Preta casting his ult and quickly walking away. Tara down on bottom actually way out of position. Violet missing her ult, rolling in, rolling right into Xanis. Xanis already using his ult from before. I don't know if they're going to be able to finish this off, but Tara really wants to get this kill. Tara able to get the kill, but is going to sacrifice herself in the meantime. And it looks like Xanis needing to get out of there. Irie coming in, trying to help, but Tara is taken out. In the meantime, we got middle doing a great defend. Look at this rotating. All 4 blue teammates were about to rotate to mid. Red sees that happening, quickly getting out. Alistar gonna have to defend this mid and is just gonna take some huge damage there. Look at that. It's almost a 1/4 of his life from that Preta skill. Preda lining up, hoping that he would have been back by that tower. Alistar actually very, a little far out. And we got the Enraged Abyssal Dragon. Now, this is going to give him that damage buff that this team does not need in order to finish this, but is going to just... This red team is going to be very much in a hurt after this. And the person that's going to pick up the buff is Preda. So Preda will be able to come back to life with a little bit more life once they hit 0 with that buff. Preda getting off a good skill there, just wasn't able to connect. And this is what I'm talking about. Tara actually pushing top, which could push him away. Oh, it's Xanis. Wrong place, wrong time. Runs into all 5 of them with the damage buff and just gets blown away. Oh, we got Aram jumping in, doing some work here. Oh, looks like Alistar was able to ult Violet, but just no one was able to... oh my gosh, that damage on the Preda. Preda trying their best to stop Talanis, and sure enough did. In the meantime, look at this. Scud and Astral finishing the game while Tara is up top lane. And that is game number 1. All right, so game number 1 is out the bag, and that will be going to Team GG. And we will get the next game started. So in the meantime, here's some more chill music. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Wow, what a first game. It's 25-5 is how that ended. Team GG just did absolutely well. Couldn't have played it better. There's maybe a few little minor misplays, but man, did they, when it came to the team fights, they did excellent. Thank you guys again for all those follows. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We will get this next game underway. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. What are the bans? What were the bans? Superman, Flash, Rourke. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Lindis. Can't remember the other ones. Pretty standard bans. There wasn't any of them that were crazy. Why isn't there no rain team? I don't know. We just didn't sign up, quite honestly. Got it. There we go. All right, got this game. So game number 2 is showing up soon. We're just missing 2 more people, and then we're good to go. Why is Xanis jungle over Slims or even Zephys or Murad? I don't know, buddy. I even was saying about that is that Xanis is probably one of the worst junglers. He does some high amount of damage, but he just doesn't add a lot to team fights. So I'm really not sure. Really not sure. At this level of play, it usually revolves around how all the person plays a character rather than the comp. That is true. That is very true. Private, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know why they chose that, but I mean, I think that in this next game, I think you'll see a drastically different teams that are going to be played. Or different, not teams, characters that are going to be played on that team. So VS really struggled that entire game, and we'll have to see what they can do to come back from it. I think that they can definitely. Jade, what's up? Why don't you stream more, Rain? Awesome caster. Thank you so much. I actually stream every single day. Clausy, what's up, buddy? I stream every day except Monday. I streamed over 30 some hours this last weekend. I streamed 10 and a half on Friday. Yeah, I stream all the time. So Jade, if you like what you see, by all means, stick around. We do giveaways almost daily. Sundays are probably our best days. We do 2v2s. Completely, you sign up individually. I put you on teams. Depending on your rank, I rank you as someone either higher or lower, depending on your rank. And then I make it as balanced as I can. And whoever wins, both teams, gets $10 gift cards. Van, my dude. Van, thank you for gifting a sub to Clausy, my dude. You got gifted a sub. Look at you. Van, thank you so much for that, buddy. Appreciate you. Van, it's too good. Not sure how that hasn't happened yet, boys. Van, I really do appreciate it. I'll get you with the gun after the tournament. I'm trying to keep things a little bit professional at this point, but you know what I mean. You know it's all love. You know it's all love, my dude. Much love. Appreciate you. But yes, boys, that was a really good. Oh man, there's too many people spectating. All right. There's some issues. There was one of the teams had 4 spectators, so we just needed to make sure that we got that cleared up. All right. So, game number 2. So, just FYI, GG, Glory of Gods, won the first game. It is now on to game number 2. It's best of 3. Let's get into it. Again, boys, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you. All right. Game number 2. If GG wins this, that is it. They are moving on. If VS lose this, they will. We will be done for the day.
Blue team's turn to ban.
All right, so right away, Arum. That's a great ban. After what they saw, is perfect example of who you should ban on who you're playing. Arum did exceptionally well locking down the Talanis. Like I said, I didn't think that Talanis was going to do so well, and
Red
sure
team's
enough,
turn
I think
to
that she
ban.
really struggled without that movement against an Arum. Arum can easily latch onto her, and the whole team can zerg her down. So again, Violet for this blue team. They're really
Blue
picking
team's
out the
turn
heroes
to
that they
ban.
just played. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one from the GG roster. Violet, amazing, perfect ban. She's probably one of the highest ADCs marksmen at this current time, and she needs to be banned. Her and Lindis are two of the best at this point, and really need to be just taken out. So Prada again. Interesting that GG would ban their own hero out, but all right, good stuff. So Lindis is still on the board. So if blue team, this is what I'm talking about. Blue team needs to capitalize and pick Lindis. They really need to pick Lindis. If they have a person on their team that can play her in any point in this, and they first pick Alistar, red team, pick up the Lindis. There it is. You know what's happening. And that is why we're playing this. It is such a bad play. I can almost guarantee that this Lindis is just going to go ham this game. It was that right there. This right here is what you need when you're playing a game. Look at that. 2 top-tier heroes already, and you pick Alistar. Alistar's, he's fine. You can play him well, but he's unfortunately on the lower tiers. There's no need to first pick him. But you will get him last pick. You need to get these characters that are more wanted in these early picks. Roxy, perfect example. Roxy should have been the first pick of this blue team if they're going to pick her, but they don't. So this blue team is really struggling on which heroes they want to play. So Irie, good pickup. It looks like this team over here want to pick Arthur.
Red team's turn.
And that is interesting. We have not seen an Arthur in a competitive match in a really long time. Look at this. Chugnar coming out to already combat the Alistar. This is what I'm talking about. Don't show your hand so early. Alistar's amazing if you pick him last and you blindside the enemy team from knowing what's about to happen. You pick the Alistar, Chugnar comes out. You just got countered. Your whole kit just got countered. It's so unfortunate when you do that. When you pick such important heroes first. The biggest thing with Alistar is to blindside the enemy team. And oh man, I feel like this blue team just really is missing really missing the boat when they pick. I feel like they're not doing the switching. I feel like they're just kind of going in saying, I'm going to play this hero, I'm playing this hero. They're not communicating like this Team GG. Team GG, you can see, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some swaps on their end, but they got Lindis, they got the Malik, they got Flash, they got the Chugnar. Those right there are 4 of the best top tier heroes that I can name already. And then they got the Kilgroth, which is still amazing, especially against an Alistar or someone that has the kind of kill capacity that they do. If you look at the Murad, great choice, solid choice, great top tier hero, works out well. With the Wisp, they're going to be able to do some massive AoE damage, but if they can land that combo, it's going to be great. But the Alistar, I think, is just completely got counterpicked. And it's showing. It's starting to show. But we'll see. It's, we can talk about, as far as skills, as far as picking and everything, what it really comes down to is skill. And that's what we're about to see what's going to happen. So can this VSauce come back and beat Team GG? So if we look at badges, none of the badges are in the bronze, which is very good play. So before we saw the Irie that was actually very new to Irie, and now we're seeing some massive picks. Look at this, Arthur. This person plays some Arthur. Pope Francis over here is ready to go. The next, look at this. Actually, now that we look at this, Chugnar is the only gold on their team, and look at this. 4 golds on VS. But the one that's kind of stands out to me is this Murad. Murad is a good character, but it does take a lot of skill to get that going. It does take a lot of skill to play him right, so we'll see. I'm hoping for the best. I want to see a really good match. And right now, I gotta say, VS does have the what do you call that? The experience on their side. And here we
to
go.
arena
Game number 2. VS has to win this to move on. Otherwise, Team GG is going to run away with it. Here we go. Game number 2. Both teams running quickly into the jungle. And it looks like they're all kind of staying on their sides. I would have to say the Chugnar lagging behind really needs to get in gear. He's moving with the behind the creep wave even. Looks like Murad and Lindis both taking their jungles and are just starting to move on. So it looks like no invades or anything. Wisp down on bottom, just making sure that this red buff is secured for her team. Lindis quickly moving through the jungle, looking good. We have 3 heroes kind of roaming around and towards the mid. Looks like Chugnar was able to find the Irie. Irie's going to get found out by this Malik. Malik chasing her down with the Chugnar. Wisp coming in, trying to drop the stun just for the disengage. Chugnar's not backing down. Throws the slow, hits him with the slow, and that's going to be the end of that chase. So a solid little damage there. Look at that. Just that Irie running around that dragon took her down half-life. That's a misplay. She could easily have just turned around and just took the minor damage, but really went into unknown territory and really paid for it there. Red team picking up the owl. Looks like Flash was about to get initiated by this by the Arthur. Arthur and Malik going head to head, and we got the true damage swing. Big boy swing coming out. Bam! Coming out onto that Arthur. And look at this rotation. 4 heroes down on bottom. Great rotations by this red team. Same with blue. Alistar a little slow to go. And look at this. Chugnar just doing work on this top lane. A little bit of damage onto Wisp by the Lindis. But a quick disengage. Already half-life. Its joke is actually going to be taking a trip back to base. Murad did hit level 4 there. And actually does get caught out here. If they were able to initiate, and oh my gosh, look at this. And he is so quick. He is, oh man. Could have went down there if Malik would have been more in position. And in the meantime, Arthur going down to the Chugnar to little to no effort. Look at that, just still over half-life. We got an initiation onto the dragon. Dragon's going to get picked up by this red team. Wisp a little too late before they figured out that they were actually doing it. So, in the meantime, let's take a look at items. So, Arthur was the first one to die. The one that picked that up was the Chugnar. Chugnar sitting very well as far as money. Look at that. 1.8, especially now with that tower being killed. He is looking extra good right now. So, he is the gold leader and is running away with the top lane. So, we are looking at a almost level 6 to a level 4. At this point. So he is going to hit level 6 and is just going to be able to completely destroy this Arthur if this Arthur's not careful. And look at this Lindis. Looks like possibly coming to help out the teammate that doesn't need it. And there's an initiation. Lindis finishing up the golem, trying to finish the golem as quickly as possible. But look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Level 6 versus level 4. And that is going to be the end of Arthur with the Lindis play. Bam. There it is. During that little fight, it looks like one of the teammates on the bottom actually went down, which was the Murad. So Murad and Arthur were both taken out there. Alistar coming to react to this top lane. And is trying his best to save this, but I don't know what he's going to possibly be able to do here. And look at that great ult onto the Kilgroth. Murad coming, dropping that damage onto the Lindis. Lindis trying to escape, but is running straight away. And actually, oh my gosh, almost got away there. It was super close. Lindis dove in quite far. And if we're looking down on bottom, Chugnar is going to be coming up behind this Wisp. With that, actually, we got the Malik. Malik could be coming in, ult coming in onto the Wisp. Wisp is going to be taken down here. Big boy swing coming in, and Malik is picking up a kill there. Just as Dragon spawns, and this is what I'm talking about, this red team is more than likely sees it, but I don't know if they want to take a risk on it. I'm really surprised they actually didn't take that. It's probably because of this this mid. But yeah, very nice. So right now it is 1-4, and this red team is just running away with this game. This blue team really needs to make some moves. Ari actually took a true damage swipe there. Murad coming in with the damage and hitting all 4 champions. Oh, and the Wisp coming in, picking up the Lindis. Irie coming in, chasing down. And then we actually had Flash go down to the Arthur in the meantime. Irie not backing down. Look at Murad. Murad going in, trying to put out as much damage. Actually runs through the sphere with the Murad, which is a misplay. And Arthur actually taking down the mid tower and pushing onto the next one. Look at this. 0 cares right now. And is going to get chased down by the Chugnar, but was able to get away. I'm sorry, not the Chugnar, the Kilgroth. Chugnar actually was taken down on bottom. And there's 4 heroes around this Chugnar. Is he going to go in? And Malik coming in. They want to initiate onto this. And sure enough, Wisp actually uses her ability a little incorrectly. If they would have went in on that, she would have had no escape. But they choose to back off. So they do see this Abyssal Dragon. They still don't know what to do. This red team, actually, the blue team, doing really well. Red team having some great responses to this team. Oh, wow. Look at that flicker. The flicker, Alistar's potentially going to get away unless Malik has his ult. And there he comes. Big boy coming in. Landed on that Alistar and squishing him flat. So Wisp keeps on doing that. She really needs to stop. She keeps using her skill, her get out of jail card, the mobility, to try to do some damage. And as soon as she does it, the red team initiates on her. Needs to be careful. And there we go. Kratos getting taken out. The Abyssal Dragon. It is now 2 dragons, 1 tower, and 5 kills for this red team. We got a little bit of initiation, but look at this. We got the red team coming in, and Flash coming in, almost taking out the Irie. Should have went with the punches before the ult, but wasn't able to take him out. And then Wisp actually doing quite a bit of damage there. But they're going to make this blue team back off. Looks like Lindis really wants a piece of this. Is trying their best, but it's just not going to be able to. Murad coming in, jumping onto Malik, which is, I would think that he would have went for the Lindis. Would have did a little bit more damage, a little less tanky. And look at this, Malik jumping in. And then the Murad coming in and did some devastating damage to this Lindis. And we got Chugnar and Flash and Lindis all chasing him down. And look at this. They're trying to kill this Malik. And I really don't understand why. They could easily do half the effort to this Lindis and kill her. And Flash trying to get away, using the ult. Murad going to be chasing him down. And Flash trying his best to get out of there. But that is going to be the end for him. And then we have Alistar getting initiated on by the Kilgroth. And it looks like finally Arthur's doing some damage, but oh my gosh, just getting destroyed by the well-farmed Kilgroth up top. And that is another tower. So this blue team is really pulling it together. After the first showing, I didn't know what they were going to be able to pull off here, but it looks like they are really starting to catch their stride here. And look at this Murad coming in, dropping that damage, and Kilgroth pops his ult, gets out of the Alistar, and this is what I'm talking about. Alistar, knowing that you're going to go against an Alistar, he picked Kilgroth just to get out of it, and sure enough, anytime you try to ult Kilgroth, that's what's going to happen. Wisp down on bottom, 4 heroes with the Arthur. Arthur is gonna go down here. He's sacrificing himself, running towards the other way so that this team backs off. And look at this again. They're on the Malik. Malik coming in, stomping on the Murad, and that will be the end of him. He keeps going for this Malik for some reason, as opposed to going for the Lindis. I don't know if that's by choice or if that's what they are planning on doing, but they really need to be careful here. True damage, big boy swing going on to that Wisp. Wisp is going to have to back off Alistar trying his best to defend against 2 heroes in mid. And look at this. There's 4 heroes around this Alistar. And he's doing a pretty good job. Ooh, the enraged Abyssal Dragon. Kratos looking mighty tasty. Red is going to be picking this up. And that is going to be, like I said before in the last game, that is a damage buff. And looks like, I'm sorry, Lindis actually picking up the buff. So she will have a get out of jail free card so that she can come back to life. Alistar out of position here. The red team barely initiates, and that will be the end of him. And Lindis, with that extra hit from distance, was able to pick that up. Wisp, again, used her ability to get to the tower, finds herself out of position, and just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She really needs to use that more defensively as opposed to trying to get around the map quicker. Keeps using that dodge and that lunge, and just gets every single time, gets into the fray, but then dies shortly afterwards. So this red team finally figuring out their strategy against this team. And this Murad, I gotta say, has been doing a lot of the work. If we've looked at damage, ooh, and there goes Lindis. Lindis was able to kill the Murad, and again, another hero down. That is the Arthur and Irie. So that is a 3-man down. Wisp using the ult to try to disengage the red team from pushing into the base while the team's down. And look at this. Just absolutely destroyed. Actually throws one more hit, which could have killed her. And she just needs to completely run back to base. Oh, we got the Malik coming in. Big boy coming in. We got the ult coming in. Chugnar, again, this is what I'm talking about. Chugnar using that skill to get him out of that ult. And he's going to walk away with no problem. Murad running in, trying to get as much damage as possible, but it is all for naught without those stacks. And this blue team running into the jungle, just blindsiding this red team, which could have been really bad for them if they were not careful. And look at this. Chugnar trying his best to get away. Murad missing his ult completely. Chugnar still trying to get out of there. And it looks like he's actually doing a pretty good job. Oh, and there's the ult. And there is Murad down. And that is Arthur down. Irie jumping in. And a little too late. And that is 4 heroes down. Alistar, only lone survivor, trying to survive and going to hopefully be able to stop this red team. He's not in the correct spot. We got Malik coming in, and they're just going to have to give up this tower. And this is more than likely the end of the game. I don't know if they're going to be able to respawn quick enough to be able to save this, but there he is. He is down, and that is it. That is game number 2 for this red team. So Team GG, congrats. All right. And that is it. So Team GG, congrats on your wins today. Woo! All right. Boys, what a game. I really thought blue was going to be able to pull it around, but I really think the Alistar was just unfortunately so weak that entire game. If we look at Alistar's damage, did 13% of the damage, which is better than the Irie. And hold on, someone's trying to talk to me. What's up, buddy? Oh. Yeah, no, you're good. But yes, he unfortunately they just weren't able to really pull it off. That Alistar just wasn't able to do anything. He was around 3 of the kills. He died 5 times. He had the lowest score of the game. He bought all the right items, did all the right things, but just completely got counterpicked by 2 champions. So that's the thing. Alistar's always a last pick. You don't want to show your hand like that so so early. Like, hey, by the way, we got an Alistar. That's our trick up our sleeve. Oh, you just countered us. I think that was the biggest, probably the biggest misplay of the game. But, yeah. We're going to go ahead and get the next game going. We got just a couple minutes to kill while we're waiting. 8:30 is when the next game starts. Viewer games, maybe afterwards, depending on how fast this next one goes. So we will have to see. But yeah, boys, I hope you're enjoying it. That was a great first game, first couple games. I gotta say, I really love getting to see all this this gameplay. It's really cool. You learn a lot. You really do. Watching other people play, you get to see what they do, see what how they're doing it. Make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that they are, and also the people who are playing can also learn from it. So it's just a win-win for everybody. All right, I'm just double checking to see when this next game's going. Is your shirt mirrored in? Oh yeah, it's mirrored. Yeah. Yep. My camera's mirrored, so that when I point to my left on stream, it makes sense to me. But yes, it is. It says Nebraska. Hizzer, thank you so much. Welcome everyone who has followed, for the subs and everything like that. Guys, much love. I really do appreciate it. You guys just make me feel so loved. Gotta say, I love our community, and you guys supporting us while doing this is just can't thank you guys enough. GB, you learned to AFK. All right, so I don't think the next team is ready just yet. We're just looking at a few things, just making sure everything's good. Is ALG playing this week? If you want to see who is playing, there's the schedule. Go and check it out for yourself. You can figure it out. I am looking for VVV and Trash Time. They are the next two people that are up. And 8:30 is our start time, so let's find these guys and get going. I heard Valheim is getting nerfed next patch. Yes. Anyone from VVV? Yep. I need VVV and Trash Time. If you guys are around, I'm reaching out to you. Be ready for those. Either reach out to me on Discord. That'd be great. Anyone from... Yeah, let me know. Doki Doki, are you from VVV? I don't know if you are or not. He deserves a nerf? I don't know. I think he's at a decent place. His stun's being reduced, but yeah, by a little bit. By a little bit. So this is a quick intermission before the next game's getting started. It should be starting right now. So we're just looking for him. And we got the room created, and I'm sending out invites now. Trash. Oh, Doki, you're Trash Time Captain here, my dude. Thank you so much. Love your face. You guys make it so easy. I gotta say, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys now have the codes. So send it to the team. Look at that. We got the teams going. If you guys are ready for the next match, looks like this team is almost ready to go. Look how quickly this is going. I love it. So this is gonna be Trash Time versus VVV. Yeah, so if you guys aren't aware, we're gonna be doing 2 matches a night. So there's gonna be 2 matches to 2 teams playing in 2 games. So there's gonna be game 1 is gonna be the one that we just played, and there's gonna be game number 2, which is now the Trash Time. So there's gonna be 2 a day on every Wednesday and Thursday. Yes, Wednesday and Thursday. So there will be 2 more tomorrow. Be ready for that. So, if you guys want to check out the other teams, make sure to check them out on the YouTube Premier Valor link, and I will get you the link for that right now. Let's see if we can find some peeps. When it rains, it pours. There you go. I didn't type me. Oh, okay. All right. So that's the YouTube link for the other game. If you guys are wondering where everything is. What's going on here? How can I not minimize this? Okay, how do I get out of this? There we go. Jeez. All right. Looks like you're ready when you guys are ready. Ready. They're going. All right, boys. We're starting the game. Get ready. Here we go. And game number 1 of Trash Time and VVV. So I hope you guys are ready. And it looks like already number 1. Violet's coming out. Check sub chat. All right, I will.
Blue team's turn to
Check
ban.
it right now. Take me just a second. All right, we got. So we're going to have to mute that because it's a little ridiculous. All right. So we got Violet ban already. Omen bans. We got Arum on the red side, and it looks like the Zenio. I mean, this is a great ban. So I will unmute it once the picks are already done, but it looks like they're kind of trolling. So just to save your guys' ears, I'll make sure to keep that off. Again, if you guys are looking for some more games, be ready for those other matches that are going on. All right, so we got the Zennial ban on this red side, the Chugnar ban on this blue side. These are pretty standard ones. The only one that's a little interesting is the Omen. I'm a little curious why they maybe went with the Omen, but maybe there's a team on or a person on this VVV team that is very skilled with them. So we'll have to see, especially after this game, if he's banned next time. It always depends, especially the first game. It's kind of a placeholder to see what the bans are going to be like next time, if we're going to see similar or much different ones. And the Superman ban coming in for this red team. So blue gets first pick. Lindis is up. And if they don't pick Lindis, I would be really surprised. She's just so strong at this point. And there it is. That is what I'm talking about. So Rourke is actually up, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Rourke and a really? I really don't know. So the new hero is Emily. She's good, but I would have to say she still needs some balancing. I think that she's a little weak for where she's at, and that's kind of what I figured, that they weren't going to go with her. She's still just a little too weak to be at where she is, or to be in kind of this kind of gameplay. So we got Malik and Arduin coming in. So blue team, I'm not sure what they're going to react to. So already red team is showing that they're pretty tanky. They took the Malik, which is normally the tank killer, and I'm curious who they go with. They're showing this hero again, and I think this is just a troll. I really would be surprised if they end up picking her. She's still very new, so she can catch people off guard with, people who have been playing her a lot. But I don't think that she's quite there. I think that, people who have played her know that she's just kind of meh. Especially in games like this. You want to play some of your best heroes. Choosing a hero like that, you don't know how it synergizes with others. And I think that's where you're kind of going to go. I think that's where you're going to be at. So, looks like actually does go the Emily. So, wow. So, we're going to see some gameplay and the Irie. So, that's two heroes that just don't really offer too much team fight potential. And look at this. Alice and the Jannar getting picked up next. And that lovely, this red team just looks amazing. Compared to this blue team, started off well with the Lindis, but they really need some tank hero, and they're going to have to get a mage. And I really don't, I think they're going to have to go with a Crixie, and hopefully someone with some kind of stun. And look at that. Lumber, this is what I'm talking about. That is a great, solid pick. And possibly a Crash wouldn't be too bad. They really do need someone tanky that is going to be able to get in there and really put some damage onto a lot of these heroes. A Raz, again, pretty squishy. I would like to see someone more with a stun, and I think that would be good. A Crixie or a Liliana would have been a great pick. And look at this, picking up the Slims, last but not least. And we're going to see some switching on this side over here with the blue team, because look at this. The Linda still has the sprint. There we go. And the Emily now still rocking the sprint. So hopefully that they get that changed. And that, okay, so that right there, that's a poor choice. So Firefly actually showing already that they had sprint and then chose to switch it to execute. So that means that they don't play this hero that often, which is not good. So they're trying out the new hero in a ranked situation. I think it could blow up in their face. I really do, especially going against either a Malik or Arduin. I think could be bad. Could be bad. And this could be why we saw the Omen ban is because they think that she's going to be that top lane pushing potential. And I hope that she is, but I'm going to be surprised. So looking at everything else, nothing too abnormal. I would have to say all of the skills are pretty normal. I would say they definitely have the 2 heals, which is very good to play more defensive than anything. But we do have the 2 executes over on this blue side. So this blue side is going to be looking to get as many kills as possible and really get these tanks down quickly. We got the Lindis going in the jungle against the Slims. All right, so game should be getting started here soon, and VVV, we did see them just last week, and they had a great showing. I gotta say, they were doing really well. Firefly does play. Oh, okay, well that's good. I just saw him switch from the boots to execute. So yep, you're absolutely right. He did actually show that he's played her quite a few times. So. Let's hope for the best for that hero. It's always good to see a new hero do well. So Jannar, excellent mid right now. He's so strong. We got the quick rush to the jungle, and it looks like sure enough they're kind of both playing to see. Oh, and look at this. Oh my goodness, the damage that's coming out on, and then the great stun by the Alice to get away. Lumber looks like trying to follow up on that kill, but just is not going to come away with anything. Lumber actually running over towards the blue, running into Alice. Alice protecting this blue buff and the Slims. Excellent choice. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of gameplay you want to see. You want to see your support making sure that everything is getting handled so that your jungle can succeed as much as possible. So it looks like Alice is rotating up top, and Jannar actually gets stunned. Throws out some damage. Alice coming back in, and this Alice is landing every stun at this point. So, great start for this red team. In the bottom, we got Malik going against that Irie, and it looks like Lumber coming down to try to gank onto this Malik, and then Malik is possibly turns around. That was a big misplay, and he is going to take some damage here, but luckily was able to hit that shield and not take too much. And it looks like Lindis possibly going to go down here. 1 or 2 more auto attacks, and she is just barely getting away at this point. And look at this. Arduin making quick work of the Emily up top, and it looks like they may try to finish this off. If she gets a little too cocky, she's going to get in trouble. And they are actually showing that they are 4 top and not scared at all. Lumber coming to assist as best they can, and look at this. Alice doing a great job landing that skill. Emily doing well. Landing that shuriken, getting some life back, and looks like they are disengaging. Going for the Sentinel to get that 30 gold per person, and also the stack for the Slims. It looks like Lumber does see this, and oh, they actually gave it to the mid. It's pretty interesting. Normally you give it to the Slims just so that they can get around, but it looks like they want the mid to be able to be as mobile and to get as much life as back as quickly as possible. And Alice landing that skill, and this is going to be the end for Crixie, and that is first blood. And we got Irie actually coming in, being chased by the Malik. Malik was able to chase off the Irie, so Irie wanted to initiate it onto that team, but just wasn't able to. And look at that, another full damage swipe. The big boy hit onto the Irie. Irie is now running into the lane. She needs to be careful. She knows that all 4 heroes on her side of the map. And now throwing as much out as possible. And look at this. Lumber does see that the dragon is getting initiated onto, and that is the red team picking up the dragon. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Malik coming in. Big boy swing onto the Lindis. Lindis going down to that Malik. Malik chasing down the Lumber. Lumber should be going down here if possible, and they're not going to be able to get it. So, for some reason, Malik missed his initial swipe and actually was able to kill Lindis with a normal attack, which then didn't get the kill onto Lumber because he didn't have that true damage swipe. True damage swipe again missing right there onto the Irie. So he's having a little issue. I don't know if he has boots yet, but that could be the problem, is that he's just misguiding or misunderstanding how much movement speed he has. Got an Arduin actually going in, and look at this. Firefly completely out of position. 4 heroes beating on them, and that is going to be the end. So it is now a 0-3 lead for this red team. Red team is just running with this. Oh, Crixie actually getting hit by the Slim's arrow. Slim's doing some quick work, and Crixie pops her ult to disengage that fight. So, gotta give it to this red team. Red team is doing well, not dying, getting dragons. You can't go wrong with this team so far. So, Malik down on bottom, pushing a little bit, but it looks like disengaging, running straight into the Lumber. Lumber actually does have a bunch of support, but I don't think Malik knows that what's going on. And it looks like, sure enough, they're initiating on him. Malik jumping up and landing in the same spot. Big misplay, and he's going to go down here. But look at this. If he would have got one more swipe off, it would have been a lot of damage. But look at this. The red team, in the meantime, taking both towers up top, and they are both down. Slim's trying to land that ult onto the Crixie. Throws a Hail Mary, but misses. Doesn't make contact with her. And the red team running down on bottom to hopefully save a tower and also get a dragon. It looks like they are, sure enough, landing, able to get this dragon. They're going to choose to get the dragon. Objectives wins games, and this is exactly what they want to do. And it looks like they're actually choosing to go all in on this Irie. In the meantime, their team is actually getting taken out, and the red team luckily does take out the dragon, and Crixie is taken out there. And Lumber coming in, dropping the ult, and sure enough, here comes Emily coming in, dropping the ult. Now Super Saiyan time, and we got Malik coming in, big boy stomp, and the swipe, and that is going to be the end for both of those heroes. And the Slim's perfect execution on that arrow to land onto the Lumber, finishing him off. It is a 1-8 game, 5K difference in gold. Two towers to 0 towers. Now that is 3. Malik is going to make that 4, since Irie is not going to be able to sit around. Irie casting the ult, and it looks like Malik is like, let's go. He wants to fight this, and sure enough, able to take out the tower, almost connecting with that swipe, which would have finished her off. But sure enough, Lindis in hot pursuit, but choosing to back off. This red team is all in their jungle, and Lindis is almost by herself. We got Irie that is close by, but just not able to give much support other than throw out a stun or two for these heroes, and I think that this red team is going to back off. So, red team choosing to back off, go and heal. And this Lindis just really hasn't been able to really make very many plays. Arduin down, or up on top, has just been pushing this lane so heavily. The 4-man push up top did seal the deal on the 2 towers, which was very nice. And it looks like, sure enough, they're initiating onto Lindis. Here comes the big stun, but just wasn't able to land it, but Arduin was able to kill it. Arduin, another double kill coming in. We got Lumber getting chased, and and the stun on the the Slim's arrow does connect, and that is the end. It is a 1-12 in this situation, and this is what I'm talking about. Just absolute damage. And we got the 2 initiations. Gosh, everything is connecting with this blue team, and I think this is going to be the end of the game. There's 2 heroes up now, and they are quickly trying to finish this game. And look at that, the core is at half, and then it is over. This team wins the game. VVV taking the #1 game. We got one more game coming in. It's best of 3, so we will have that to you here quickly. Just a great showing for VVV. A 1-13 kill difference. Just the only time that they died was the Malik, who I think maybe misclicked his ult, and his ult ended up getting him killed, or ulting 4 heroes that he was standing on top of, as opposed to ulting away. So great play. And if we look, the person who didn't do the best out of that the entire game was the Amelie, who went top and just really didn't have anything. Wasn't able to complete a single item. So I think that might have been a misplay. I don't know. Maybe if what possibly happened there, had Lumber almost beat her in damage, which she just really wasn't a part of many of the team fights, just because of they were able to zone her out or either zerg her down pretty quickly. So we'll have to see if she's picked next game. I'd be really surprised. She is a decent hero. It's just in this high level gameplay, I just don't know if she's going to work. So we'll get the next game going. Give me one moment. And this should be pretty quick to get this next one started, since they were all ready to go last time. And sure enough, codes are out. Let's get them in the game. Let's get this music going while we're waiting. And like I said, boys, if you're ever curious of the Premier Valor League, that's where you go to check it out. Make sure drop by, check out the schedule, and then you'll know where the teams are playing and where to view them. Boyster, you think Malik died on purpose to let his team push the tower? I think you might be right. Either way, great play. Like, quite honestly, he couldn't have done a play better. He was able to buy his team time, push 2 towers, almost went into the base. They really could have pushed into the base and got a little damage. I don't know if they would have been able to take it, but easily could have done some damage to that high ground tower. But Boyster, I think you might be right. I feel like all 3 games I've seen is both series have decided in the draft. Adam, I agree. I think that the draft is very important. I think these teams are taking it very lightly. They're just like, oh, I want to play this. And that's not how things fly once you get to higher tier games. It's picks and counter picks. And so far, they're doing very well. Both the teams that have won have done very well picking against the other teams. But yeah, we'll see in this next game. I think they said they're ready, but I'm just double checking. It looks like the game is about ready to go. All right, so we are starting next game. Let's get this going. All right, boys, here we go. So VVV, if they win this game, run away with this set, and T2 desperately needs to win this one, and we will go into a game 3 if they do. Already, right out the bat, VVV bans that Aram. Aram is such a devastating hero, especially when it comes to singling out one person. It instantly makes any fight a 4v5 or a 5v4. I'm sorry. The Violet ban, obvious bans coming out. Omega being shown, which I think is just obviously a joke, and the Lindis ban, of course. So I'm really surprised that we don't see more marksman bans, because once you whittle down the best marksman, there's only a handful of them. You have Slims, Violet, Lindis. And then after that, I mean, you would have to play like a Morin, but not many people play him. So we got the Malik ban, so that might be a targeted ban, but it looks like, it looks like it was a targeted ban because that's coming from this red side, and then the Irie ban coming out. Irie, such a strong hero, especially for weaker enemy teams, more glass cannon enemy teams. Really puts it in perspective. So some really good people out there. So we have Rourke on deck, and I would have to say the next person that's going to get picked is Slims. I would have to say Slims is going to be the person that they're going to go for. And Amelie. So VVV wants to try their thing at it, and it looks like Marja's actually going to get picked up. So Marja, obviously, such a strong hero, especially right now. So we'll have to see what they go with. And I would not be surprised if it's Slims. Slims, they want to get that early game. Finnick, there's no way that they're going to go with that. Definitely, they're going to go with the Slims. And they're kind of taking their time, so they must be discussing quite a bit. So I don't know if they're in between Slims or another hero, but if they're showing it, it's kind of and they go with the Finnick. Wow, this is going to be interesting. So the glass cannon himself, the objective killer, is on the map. And look at that, picking up the Zennial, picking up the Arduin. So this is exactly what you want to do when put with a Finnick. So these, you want to pick some very tanky people and just go with it. So we got a few people being shown right now, and Omen and Teamy locked in. So very good picks, I gotta say. Omen, very strong right now. Teamy's got to be one of the best supports out there. Definitely a top tier support. So the Finnick is just so... I'm really surprised. I think that they know that they have a lead. They might be playing this one for fun. See what they can get away with, what kind of comp they're getting away with. Or we may have the best Finnick that we've ever seen. So we will see. So this red team probably puzzled at this point on what they want to go with. I think that they need to really consider what jungle they want to go with. And I think that they have to go with the Slims. Slims with that arrow, if it hits Finnick in any way, he's going to die. Jannar, perfect pick for a Finnick. Finnick is so much about zerging someone down very, very quickly, with Jannar being able to take a lot of that damage with the damage reduction, and then also being able to chase you down with the increased movement speed. He's gonna do fantastic. Great pickup there. And it looks like they need another hero, and I wouldn't be surprised of a Wonder Woman, actually. Wonder Woman with the stun would really help against the Zennial and the Arduin. And Slims as more of a disengage, but the Raz instant locked in. So the Raz is definitely going to need to land a lot of these fireballs in order to combat this team. And Izuka would be an excellent pickup. And there it is. Look at that. And sure enough, wow, great. Great all around. So the Izuka pick for a Finnick and a Raz, he will just devastate. Absolutely devastate. And Izuka is going to be going against Omen up top. Izuka does have that execute, which can really turn the tide of a battle, especially against an Omen. All right, so we are going to get into game number 2, and again, if VVV wins, they will be taking this set, and if T2 wins, we will play a third game. All right, 10 more seconds. Let's get going. I gotta say, Tiny Tiny was about to go with the tower disable, but last minute changed it. So just a change of heart. Really was thinking about maybe possibly tower diving some of these people, but as tanky as they are, that was a great choice to actually switch it. So yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna be able to execute this. Team V is looking great as far as skills. If Omen's able to get away with murder up top, and also it's going to come down to who gets the first blood. If Zuka gets first blood, he is able to scale out of control. if Omen's able to get first blood, Zuka's going to have just the rest of the game is going to be very hard for him to kill him. Zenial, though, really swings the tide in Zuka's favor because he can ult in and save him last minute from this Omen. But it really depends on how solo they're going to be up top. The Finnick, we're going to be watching Finnick pretty closely to see what kind of plays we're going to see, or like what kind of damage he's going to be doing at any point. So let me unmute this and let's the game begin. So we got all the heroes running off, getting ready to get into those jungles and make sure everything's going well. They don't want to give up their buffs, and they want to scout out and make sure that they have as much vision as possible. And sure enough, TF right next to all four. So all four red team right next to each other. Teamy trying to initiate. Actually, they don't hit anyone with that. They actually choose to keep going in. Blue team is actually very low at this point, and they're still going in full force. And Teamy is about to go down, and Teamy, sure enough, dies first, and Ra's down as well. And VVV now is going to lose Finnick. And Finnick is down, and Finnick tried his best, but Wonder Woman bailed. And sure enough, the red team picking up 3 of those kills. And that was as soon as Teamy missed that engage, and Ra's took a lot of that damage here over by this bush, they really should have disengaged. The red team had no damage on them. They were down just over maybe a fifth of their life. And they still chose to push, to persevere and try to push it and actually try to finish that off. Teamy and Arduin actually in a little bit of a skirmish here. Teamy, seeing that Slims is going for that red buff, was possibly trying to come in. Looks like Arduin trying his best to zone out this blue team from his jungle, and sure enough, is doing a great job. Up top, it looks like Zenial was barely able to get away with his jump, and we got 4 people up on top. Looks like going in on this Teamy, which might be the incorrect person, and look at that, the split damage. If they maybe would have focused that, they possibly could have finished him off. Looks like Teamy, taking a turn, and is still gonna get away. So very nice. If we check in on bottom, we do have Wonder Woman versus the Zuka. I really thought that we were gonna see an Omen versus Zuka and just see that big damage coming out, but sure enough, Zenial versus Omen, and I think that that's just a not a great battle for Zenial. I think Zenial loses that one, but we will have to see. So sure enough, a little bit of initiation, but not too much. We got Teamy running in, trying his best. They're going to be picking up the buff, and sure enough, Finnick, the objective killer, was able to pick that up. Finnick doing a great job. Ra's coming in. Red team is just skirmishing right now, doesn't know what to do, and that is going to be the end for the entire red team. The entire red team is down. An ace and a perfect initiation with this blue team. So being down and out, Finnick was able to pick up the dragon, and then they were able to completely destroy the rest of the team without Omen. So just massive props to this blue team for being able to execute and look at this, Jannar taking massive damage under half-life, ulting right now, trying to chase down Finnick, but Jannar is gonna go down. It looks like Arduin jumping in a little too late. We got, oh my goodness, the ult coming in from the Teamy, saving Teamy's life. Now we got Omen coming in, gonna finish off the Slims, and what devastation has just happened in the last minute. So an entire team wipe, and then 3 more kills, and a tower, and a dragon within less than a minute. Wow. That is a huge swing in money for this blue team, and if they're careful enough, back out and regroup, they're going to easily run away with this. Such a huge swing in money right there. Teamy doing his best, just scouting out the enemy jungle. And look at this, Arduin actually going to run straight into 4 of the heroes, and he is going to go down. And sure enough, and look at this, Zenial trying his best, but is going to get ulted by the Omen, and he is taken down as well. This is crazy. VVV is playing like absolute all-stars. We got Zuka jumping in, ulting, but does not much damage. And in the meantime, Finnick is got his skill on the tower, quickly taking down this objective, and this is what Finnick does. He is a hyper carry when it comes to these objectives. That's what his job is taking out these objectives quickly and proficiently. And look at this, Wonder Woman getting chased down by Zenial. Zenial actually backing off. Could have got 2 kills there, but really backs off to go and try to help his team. But the disengage, I really don't know why. And again, Omen going up top, taking out that tower. And look at this, Omen choosing to go in. Zenial coming to react and try to help out his team. We got the dragon going down into Finnick down below. And look at this. Omen, no cares in the world. Oh, and Roz coming in, doing just amazing damage at this point. And there we go. And this is going to be maybe 2 more if they're careful enough. But looks like just Jannar getting killed.
Double kill.
Great stuff. This blue team is playing like an absolute all-star team. Absolute all-star team. So they have the Zuka ulting in. We got Wonder Woman shooting out his ult, but Panda taken down almost immediately. Finnick was able to finish off the tower, and it looks like they are going for nothing but these objectives at this point. Nothing but these objectives. And sure enough, here we go. Finnick taking out this. And in the meantime, Slim's taken out by the Roz. Roz was able to finish off quite a few, do a lot of damage in there. Jannar trying his best to stay alive. We got Zuka coming in. Will he be able to finish off Wonder Woman, but actually switches over to Finnick, but Finnick lives! Finnick lives! And that is all 5 teammates done. And Finnick is alive and well, and is just doing work on this core. They are trying to finish this game as quickly as possible. Slim's coming in, trying desperately, and that is the end of the game. Wow. I have not seen a team play so well so quickly before. That was crazy. That was so crazy. Just so good. The VVV played like absolute all-stars. Absolute all-stars. So such a good games. Wow. So happy for the winners VVV. They really, really deserve it. Really, really deserve that. Wow. Is this streamed on YouTube as well? Pegasus, yes it is. So I'm actually streaming 2 separate games on Twitch. There is games that are going on over there. So let me get you the link there. If you are ever curious of what's going on and when, that link right there has all of the games, and underneath the games it says live. If you click that live button, it will take you to either this stream or it will take you to the YouTube part. Each the top games are both mine, and the bottom games are both the YouTube person Jiri. But not this. Yeah, so they're 2 separate games on 2 different platforms. So that's kind of how we're doing it at this point. So wow, VVV, such great games, amazing gameplay, amazing gameplay. Cannot believe that. So, congrats. So if you would like to, there you go, my dude, Geo. Thank you so much. Did it work, bud? I don't know if it did. I think I have to do it, don't I? Right, copy and paste that, my dude. Boop, boop. There you go. So PVL. There you go. So if you ever are curious about the PVL, type that command in. That will get you the link, and you can easily go and see the schedule and when we're playing it. So that is the last game for today. I'm ever thank you for streaming that match, buddy. You guys showed me some amazing gameplay. I'm so happy about that. That was so good. Thank you for pulling that all off. That was awesome. Good games for sure. That should be the end of the 2 games that I was going to be hosting. There are more. If you guys check the PremierValorLeague.com website. You can choose the non-toxic gaming ones. And it's a link, and you'll see that I'll actually bring it up on the big cam real quick. And there you go. So you can see that these are still going on, and you can see, but they should be finishing up here pretty quickly. So if you guys want to catch those, feel free to hop on over. 43 people watching. Let's see if we can bump that up there. Why not, right? Do you use Streamlabs chatbot, Rain? If so, you should add Geo as an editor to the bot. I agree. I should. Absolutely. Thank you, Rain. Oh, you're just too kind to me. Too kind to me. I appreciate you guys. In the meantime, so